Lanterns glow and tankards ring, the bards prepare their strings to sing. A tale once sparked the whole town's drive, and all still wait for part 5. The tavern roared with laughter bright, warm ale beneath the lantern light, as bardic strings began to rise with tales that set the night on fire. They sang of 4 bold wandering men, of elven princess Pats, and then a queen who vowed with iron tone to right the wrongs against her throne. The crowd leaned in, their hearts ablaze, returned again in just 2 days, and part 2 soared through every chest, a cliff-hung promise of the rest. 2 days, 2 songs, the world was set, and no one doubted they'd soon get the next great chapter of the lore. They'd waited breathless to explore, but on the 5th day hope ran high. The crowd packed tight from floor to sky. The bards came forth and then they played a tune of goats and autumn hay. No elf queen tale, no rising arc, just drunken songs and jokes embark. The tavern shook with the rising cries that echoed up into the sky. We want part 5. When will part 5 arrive? You sung of storms and barley wine, but not the tale we hold divine. We want part 5. And so the days crawled on and on, each hopeful dawn, each hopeless dawn, as faithful patrons filled the hall to hear the story or the stall. For every night the bards instead sang tales of witches small and red, of snowy beasts with glowing eyes, of iron creatures clanking by. They sang of samurai at dawn, of roaring tigers stalking on, of ghosts who danced through drifting mist, of everything the plot had missed. They wrote new songs both wild and grand, and yet the crowd would always stand whenever final chords were played, to shout the plea that never swayed. We want part 5. When will part 5 arrive? You've spun 1,000 tales so wide, but left the elf queen cast aside. We want part 5. Like tumbling grain, Saturnalia came again. Equinox followed equinox tide, and hope grew thin and petrified. The bards gained fame throughout the land, their songs carved deep in tavern stands, and slowly folk forgot the thread of what part 5 once promised said. Until one night the door blew wide, frostbitten wind at either side. The whole room froze as shadows stirred, not even spoons or whiskers purred. A towering man with silver beard, the hunter long ago revered, stepped in with boots of northern ice, his eyes both weary, stern and wise. For 5 long years he'd wandered far on polar hunts beneath the star, and dreamed each night he'd hear at last the truth of how the tale had passed. But what he learned on his return, the bards had never let it burn. No part 5 sung, no end revealed, no mystery broken or unsealed. He drew a breath that shook the beams, his voice cut through like winter streams, and thundered through the tavern's core, and all rose up to shout once more. We want part 5. When will part 5 arrive? 5 years of songs and revelry, yet still no elf queen's destiny. We want part 5 tonight. We want part 5. The story's still alive, from Saturnalia's glow to polar skies. Our hearts still shout the same reprise. We want part 5.